Today we honor a fitness guru, a world record holder, a well-respected doctor of medicine. Today we celebrate the life of Dr. Robert Goldman.
I definitely wanted to be here today because I've been out in Hollywood now for quite a while. I know I had a reputation as a kickboxer, but actually I've been out here in the entertainment business for over 30 years now. And one of the things that you find out in this business is it's very common. People say a lot of things. And I don't want to use any bad language or anything, but it's usually not exactly the truth. And they don't usually do what they say they're going to do. And one of the qualities of Dr. Bob, if I can call him that, is that everything that he has said, and he says a lot of things about helping people, other people, myself included, my brother, basically backing and supporting the Martial Art Kid, which is a film that has a very strong anti-bullying message and a great message for martial arts. And he came through with every single thing he said. And in fact, in spades, if that's the right term. And I just want to take this opportunity to thank you, Dr. Bob, for helping me, helping my family. And, you know, when somebody does that, they become part of the family. And that's what I consider you, part of the Dragon family.
I'm really inspired by him because it basically showed me that you can do anything in life and still be a good human being and help a lot of people. So it's my honor to be here, and lots of love for you, Dr. Bob. Thank you.
This guy, I communicate with him all the time. He doesn't sleep. I mean, he doesn't sleep. He's in Bangkok, he's in Beijing, he's in Tokyo, he's somewhere, he's in Germany, he's somewhere all the time. And he calls me when he's here. He calls me and it's 5 o'clock in the morning his time. And he's wide awake. And I'll talk to him at 3 o'clock in the morning. And he hasn't gone to bed yet. This is the Terminator. He's not human. I don't know how he does it. But I love the guy. Thank you, Doc.
I had the very good fortune of meeting Dr. Bob at the big martial arts convention in Atlantic City. And I have become such a fan of this man. He is truly one of the greats of all time. And honestly, Dr. Bob, live as long as you want, never want as long as you live. God bless you.
We went to a big party. He had an anti-aging party in Las Vegas. And I think all his credentials, that was just like 1/4 of really what he's done. So he has people from all over the world, the most influential people in medicine and any kind of industry. And he goes to us, he goes, I have this party, this after party for martial artists. And it was all martial artists there. And he said, because I love you guys, I love hanging with you. And, you know, that meant so much to all of us because that's how we feel about him. And you know, your dream to inspire people and to give back, you have truly inspired each and every one of us and everybody that we meet, and I'm so blessed to have you as a friend.
In my line of work, I've had the opportunity to meet the most incredible people in the world, from big celebrity stars, and it's great. They're great. You know, what they accomplish is great, but what I find most of the time inside as a person, there's something missing. And meeting Dr. Bob, it's a complete person. He is the person that inspires me, and thank you for that.
Make sure before you go, give them a hug. Okay, you love hugs.
13,500 sit-ups. I want you to think about that. I have done 13,500 sit-ups. The only difference is I started in 1985. How long did it take? 13 and a half hours. That is a feat of body. 43 books. Several patents. He found a way to cool your brain off and keep you alive. That is a feat of mind. Everything you've heard from everybody here speaks of what kind of guy he is. He smiles. He makes you feel better. When I met him, it was on the set of The Martial Arts Kid. He said, "Oh, hi. It's good to meet you." I didn't know he was the producer at the time. I didn't know who he was. He was just this guy smiling and happy as hell. I'm like, "It's good to meet you too." His name was Dr. Bob. I found it was Dr. Robert Goldman. I went home, and between studying my lines, I had 3 words to remember, and I still couldn't remember. But then I got on the computer, and I did the Google thing. I know you all do it too. When you meet somebody, you're like, who the hell? All of this stuff came up. His philanthropy, all of that great stuff. That's spirit. Mind, body, spirit. These are the hallmarks of a warrior. This is a house and a museum for warriors. This is a warrior.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a standing ovation for the man, the myth, the legend, Dr. Bob Goldman.
I don't even know why I was here in the first place. Because this is a room filled with legends. I mean, please, guys, sit down. I mean, I started martial arts when I was real young. When I was about 13, I used to go into Chinatown, and they're saying, "What are you doing here?" Because you're either not Chinese, black, or Puerto Rican. I think I was the only cracker in the whole room. And I said, "What are you doing in there?" And we back then, we didn't use any protective gear. Basically, the fight ended when the guy was bleeding, knocked out, or dead. There were no reps. You didn't have this tap. There was no tap out. The arm broke. They keep twisting until it came off. So it wasn't. And then I was sort of, and after a number of years of doing that, then I was separated from the whole martial arts field for many years. And then Alan Goldberg approached me and says, "Hey, why don't you come?" He came to my event. He came to the International Sports Hall of Fame event. He said, "You really need to come to the big mega event that I do on the East Coast." And I said, "Well, it'd be interesting." He says, "You got to meet some of the people. We're going to give you an award." I said, "I don't have any more room in my trophy room." But he said, "Come anyway." So I come, and then I reconnect. Now, Don Wilson, I'd known for a number of years because he used to come to the Arnold Sports Festival. I'd see him in some of those areas, and I watched all the Cynthia's movies and TJ, and I'd seen the movies, and James Liu and Eric Lee. I'd seen these guys in the movies, as well as Art Camacho, but I hadn't seen them in person. And so I go to this event. And the martial arts community the people in this community are unlike any. I've been in the bodybuilding community I never even entered a bodybuilding contest in my life. I've never shaved down, unlike what Michael said. I only look in the mirror to shave because I don't want to cut myself. But aside from that, it's about 30 seconds when I shave. I can never understand the bodybuilding mentality, but yet that's the sport I've been most involved with my entire career. Basically because I had amazing mentors. I had Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jack LaLanne, Ben Weider, Joe Weider, Reg Park, who was Arnold's idol. I mean, these were my mentors. You know how amazing it is to have mentors it's like being mentored by Bruce Lee and you guys. So it was truly a remarkable experience to be mentored by these people, go into that. But then when I re-entered the martial arts community and got to see the kind of people are in this community, you guys are the most amazing people of any sport that I've dealt with. Now, I've dealt with 46 Olympic sports. I trained for the Olympics in freestyle wrestling. Been in that whole community with the Olympic training centers. I helped develop drug testing for way back to the Atlanta Olympic Games. I helped Australia get the Australian Olympic Laboratory going. So this is a long, long history back to the 80s. Yet there is no community like you guys. I mean, the martial arts community, you guys want to teach everyone. The mentoring that goes on here is unlike anything that I've ever seen in any sporting activity. We grew up idolizing Dan Gable as a wrestler when I was a kid, but you never see the type of mentoring, the time, the care that's taken out wanting to teach. Everyone is a teacher. And even though you guys have such amazing talents, you're always willing to share. I mean, sure, you have little disputes between the East Coast doesn't like the West Coast, and if you're Wing Chun, you don't like this, and everybody's a grandmaster. I'm very confused. And but yet underneath all that kind of stuff is this brotherhood and sisterhood, this family, this martial arts community, which is unlike any other sport that I've ever experienced. And believe me, I've experienced a lot of different sports working with. I mean, I was even the chairman of the Junior Olympics and Masters Olympic committees of the AAU, which was 2 million athletes. So I had a fair amount of experience in many, many different sports. But there is no community like you guys. You guys are unlike any other group on the planet. And that's why I was out with Cynthia, and Cynthia was talking. You know, I was at a bodybuilding contest, and I said to our little martial arts family that we're having dinner with, birthday for Chuck Zito, I think it was. It was just as an aside. I said that this is the safest room in the whole restaurant. Because a fan came over to Chuck and said, can I have your autograph? He says, can't you see I'm eating? Get out of here before I hit you. Now, we're in the safest room. And he meant it. But the martial arts community is really so different than any other community and you guys should be so proud of yourselves. And this is really not about, I'm honored to be amongst you guys. I'm honored to be around you. And I always enjoy every minute. And that's why I'm adding more and more time from a basically 6 schedule, because there's so many different things going on. What Michael has done with the museum, you know, again, I've given you 10 years of support for openers. You know, you already know that. Well, why don't we just make it 20, a bigger number? Okay, we'll up it another. You and I have to go through a lot. We'll continue with annual support. I'm honored to be here with you guys. This is really, I don't consider this my day. I consider this our day, because I'm surprised why you guys even slotted me in now. I figured I have to wait about 10 years, 20 years to even be considered. But you guys have so much to be proud of, and so much to look forward to. And I'm going to do all I can to try and rebirth certain phases and get this community to rise to the top of the food chain. And being a good business guy, I usually know how to figure these things out. Like my dad said, you got a strong back, small brain. But there really is a way, I think, to elevate this entire community if we can get everybody to work together as a unit, and people understand how valuable it is what you guys do, and how you mentor each other. The model that you guys have is unlike any model of any sport. Because even though when you're individually doing kata or fighting or sparring, you're doing it as a group. In wrestling, it was just you. In football, you got 12 guys on the field, and that's really it. You know, even basketball, you have 5 guys on the field or 15 guys on squad, but that's not a community. These guys are all self-centered. You guys are lifelong teachers, and it makes you so different than any other sport out there. So I'm gonna continue to work really hard to see how I can start to elevate this entire community, and to give you the respect, the recognition, and the power that you guys really deserve, because my hat's off to all of you. It's my honor to be here among my heroes, and I want to thank you guys for really a lifelong memorable day. So thank you.